My friends, there is a voice inside you, a voice that has power. It's not the loudest voice. It's not the angriest voice. It's the voice of your spirit calling out to something greater. You and I were not put on this earth by accident. You are not a random collection of cells. You are a creation of purpose, a living message written by the hand of the universe itself. And the universe, it is not deaf. It is not blind. It is alive, listening, waiting for the sound of your faith. Many people go through life whispering doubts into the air. I'm not good enough. I'll never succeed. My dreams are too big. And the universe listens. It hears the echo of your fear and it reflects it back to you. But listen carefully. When you speak faith, when you speak courage, when you speak life, the universe bends in your favor. You must first recognize the power beyond yourself. Stop thinking you can figure everything out on your own. There is a force greater than human wisdom, a power higher than any mountain you could ever climb. Humble yourself. Lift up your voice, not with arrogance, but with awe. Say, I know I am not alone. I know my words matter. I speak because I believe. Second, speak with faith, not fear. Don't come to the universe with a heart full of doubt. Don't send out prayers poisoned by anxiety. Stand tall, speak bold. Even when your knees are trembling, speak as if the mountain has already moved. Third, ask, believe and act. Don't just shout your hopes into the sky. Believe that the moment you spoke, heaven heard. Believe that the second you declared your dream, the winds began to shift. And act. Walk forward as if it is already on its way. Fourth, stay aligned with purpose and gratitude. The universe is not a vending machine. It is not a servant to your selfish desire. It responds to hearts that burn with purpose, hands that are eager to bless others, and lips that speak gratitude in the waiting. Say thank you before you see the answer. Live with a thankful heart, even when the night is dark, because gratitude is the language of trust, and trust shakes the heavens. Night, I tell you, speak, lift up your voice. Speak with the authority of a soul that knows it was made for something greater. Speak and believe that the universe is moving even now, even when you can't see it. Speak and then walk into your destiny fearless and free. The universe is listening. The question is, what will you say? There is a natural temptation in all of us to believe that we are the center of everything. From the moment we are born, life revolves around our needs, our desires, our dreams. We grow up thinking that if we just work hard enough, think smart enough, or push strong enough, we can control it all. But life in its quiet wisdom has a way of humbling every soul that tries to carry the weight of the universe on its own shoulders. The truth is simple yet profound. There is a power beyond you, greater than you, wiser than you, and more capable than anything you could ever build with your two hands alone. Recognizing this greater power is not a sign of weakness. It is the beginning of true strength. Pride tells you to take every burden, every dream, every challenge and carry it alone. Pride whispers, you don't need help. You can do this by yourself. But the universe does not respond to the voice of pride. It resists the proud heart, the closed mind, the stubborn spirit. It is humility that opens the gates of possibility. It is humility that lifts a person higher than pride ever could. When you finally come to a place where you say, I cannot do this by myself, you have not failed. You have entered into a greater power than you have ever known. Speaking to the universe requires a heart posture that understands its place. You are not the creator of the stars. You did not breathe life into oceans or stretch the skies across the heavens. You are a part of something vast, eternal, and magnificent. Your role is not to command the universe to obey you as a servant, but to align yourself with the rhythm and the will of something bigger. And that requires humility, the kind of humility that says, teach me, guide me, use me. The universe listens to the humble because the humble are teachable. Their hearts are soft enough to be shaped. Their minds are open enough to receive new directions. They do not fight the flow, they join it. They do not demand that every path be easy and every dream be delivered instantly. Instead, they trust that the power beyond them sees further than they can see and knows what they cannot yet understand. Humility builds trust, and trust builds an unshakable foundation for miracles to happen. When you speak to the universe, speak with the awareness that you are addressing a power that understands your deepest needs even better than you do. There is no need for prideful boasting or desperate bargaining. You don't have to prove your worthiness. You don't have to scream your demand. You're already seen. You are already known. You are already loved by a force that set the planet spinning and yet cares for your smallest prayer. Come not with the arrogance of one who thinks they deserve everything, but with the confidence of one who knows they are already part of a greater plan. There is a certain peace that comes when you recognize the power beyond yourself. You are no longer weighed down by the illusion that you must control everything. You are freed from the chains of fear and self-doubt. You can step boldly into your future because you know you do not walk alone. The universe, that great living mystery, is for you, not against you. It wants you to succeed. It wants you to grow. But it responds not to the clenched fists of pride, but to the open hands of humility. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It is thinking rightly of yourself. It is thinking rightly of yourself. You are a beautiful, powerful, significant creation, but you are not the source of all power. You are a vessel. You are a channel. You are a participant in something much grander than your own small world. And that's good news. That's freeing. Because it means you do not have to have all the answers. For me, you do not have to figure out every twist and turn ahead of you. You are allowed to trust. You are allowed to surrender. You are allowed to be led by a wisdom higher than your own. The most incredible transformations happen when a person comes to the end of themselves and says, I can't do this alone. In that moment, doors open. In that moment, unseen forces start working on your behalf. In that moment, the very heavens seem to tilt in your direction. You are heard not because you shouted loud enough, but because you spoke from a place of true understanding your need for the power that lies beyond you. The universe honors those who honor it. It lifts those who are willing to bow. It fills the hands of those who empty them first. Pride tries to climb to the top by itself and ends up exhausted, bitter, and broken. Humility walks steadily, quietly, powerfully, and finds itself carried farther than pride ever could. When you recognize the power beyond yourself, you do not become smaller. You become part of something infinite. You become limitless because you are no longer trying to draw strength from your own well alone. You have tapped into a river that never runs dry. Every word that leaves your mouth is a seed planted in the soil of your future. Your words are not empty sounds. They are carriers of power, life, and creation. They go ahead of you, shaping what you will walk into tomorrow. You must understand that when you speak with fear, you are building walls. You are creating barriers. You are closing doors before they even have a chance to open. Fear-laced words sound harmless, but they are dangerous. When you say, I can't, you are not just expressing an opinion. You are sealing off possibility. When you say, I'm not good enough, you are cutting the legs out from under your own destiny. Fear shuts down dreams before they even have a chance to breathe. But faith is different. Faith opens up unseen doors. Faith speaks life where there was only death. Faith looks at the impossible and says, I believe anyway. Faith does not wait for perfect conditions to speak. Faith is a voice in the middle of the storm, declaring that the sun will rise again. You invite miracles into your... You call forth things that are not yet seen. You move mountains without lifting a single stone, simply because your words have the courage to believe. Fear tells you to stay silent. Fear tells you not to hope too loudly. Fear whispers that dreaming is dangerous because you might get disappointed. But I tell you, fear is a liar. Fear wants you small. Fear wants you hidden. Fear wants you so focused on what could go wrong that you never dare to step into what could go right. Speaking with faith is an act of rebellion against the tyranny of fear. Every time you declare, I believe better days are ahead, you are swinging a hammer against the chains that fear would put around your soul. You cannot build a life of greatness with the language of fear. Fear-based speech will always create a fear-based life. If you continually say, I'm stuck, you will stay stuck. If you continually say, nothing good ever happens to me, you will start to believe it, and belief is a powerful builder of reality. But if you lift your voice and say, I may not see the way yet, but I know there is a way, then you are putting your faith to work. You are planting seeds that will sprout into breakthroughs. Faith does not deny reality. It simply declares that reality is not the final word. Faith is not about being reckless. Faith is about speaking from a place of deep trust, even when the evidence in front of you looks bleak. It is about choosing to believe that there is more than what you can see, more than what you can feel, more than what you can understand in the moment. Fear says if I don't see it, I can't believe it. Faith says because I believe it, I will eventually see it. Your mouth becomes a steering wheel for your life. Where your words point, your future follows. If you steer toward fear, you crash into regret. But if you steer toward faith, you move into purpose, into growth, into blessing. Speaking with faith doesn't mean you deny challenges. It doesn't mean you close your eyes and pretend life is easy. Speaking with faith means you acknowledge the challenge, but you refuse to let the challenge have the final say. You look at the mountain and you say, you are big, but my faith is bigger. You look at the storm and you say, you are loud, but my hope is louder. You look at your empty hands and you say, they are empty now, but I believe they will be filled. Speaking with faith gives strength to the weary heart. It gives vision to the blinded soul. It gives courage to the trembling spirit. Faith is not a feeling. Faith is a decision. You may feel afraid, but you can still choose to speak with faith. You may feel uncertain, but you can still choose to declare hope. Feelings are temporary, but your words create lasting realities. Every time you choose to say, I am growing, I am learning, I am moving forward even if you don't feel it yet, you are breathing life into your journey. You are watering the seeds of your destiny. There is a reason why ancient wisdom says life and death are in the power of the tongue. It is because your words have the ability to create or destroy. You can speak defeat or you can speak destiny. You can speak chains or you can speak freedom. The choice is in your mouth. Fear wants you to lock your future behind bars of negativity. Faith hands you the key to those locks. Faith says you are not limited by what you see today. Faith says you are not defined by your current circumstances. Faith says there is more ahead than there is behind. When you speak with faith, the universe listens differently. Doors you didn't even know existed begin to open. People you have not yet met are stirred to help you. Opportunities hidden by fear begin to reveal themselves. Your words become magnets for miracles. Your words become beacons for blessings. You start to see the world not just as it is, but as it could be, and eventually as it will be. So speak boldly, speak bravely, speak with faith, not fear. Your future is listening. There is a deep mystery in the way the universe responds to a sincere heart. So many people spend their lives asking for things, but never truly believing that they will receive them. They send out prayers and wishes like coins tossed into a well, hoping for luck rather than standing in certainty. Speaking to the universe is not about asking timidly, as if you are bothering some distant power. It is about stepping into a sacred conversation, a divine exchange, where your words carry the weight of your destiny. Asking is only the beginning. You must believe you have been heard. You must act as though the answer is already unfolding before your eyes. When you ask with clarity. Ask with intention. Speak what is burning inside you, not what fear has settled for. Too many prayers are watered down by doubt before they even reach the heavens. When you ask boldly with a heart full of trust. Imagine a child asking their parent for bread. They do not question whether they deserve it. They ask because they trust in the love that is already there. In the same way, you must ask, not as a beggar hoping for scraps, but as a child confident in their belonging. Your dreams are not inconveniences. Your hopes are not burdens. They are sacred seeds planted by a force that longs to see them bloom. But asking alone is not enough. Once you have asked, you must move into belief. You must believe that your words have not fallen into silence. Believe that even if you do not see an immediate response, the wheels have started to turn in places you cannot yet see. Believe that somewhere, somehow, things are shifting in your favor. Belief is the bridge between asking and receiving. Without belief, your words lose their power. Without belief, doubt creeps in like a thief and steals what was meant for you. Belief is not passive. It is active, alive, and vibrant. It is a force that propels you forward even when evidence seems thin. To believe is to say, I may not see it yet, but I know it's on the way. To believe is to keep walking even when the road is still hidden by fog. True belief does not require constant proof. It breathes its own certainty. It does not demand daily signs to stay alive. It roots itself deeper with every step of faith, and after you believe, you must act. Action is the ultimate demonstration of faith. To act as if it is already happening is to align your outer life with your inner conviction. If you have asked for opportunity, prepare yourself to receive it. If you have asked for healing, begin to live as someone who expects restoration. If you have asked for doors to open, get ready to walk through them. Action is faith in motion. It is the echo of your belief reverberating through your behavior. Many people ask, some even believe, but very few act. They sit still waiting for a sign so undeniable that it requires no risk at all. But speaking to the universe is not a formula of guaranteed comfort. It is a relationship of trust and courage. If you truly believe that your prayer has been heard, then your life must start moving in the direction of your words. Even small steps, even tiny acts of preparation send a signal to the universe. I am ready. I am serious. I am aligned with what I asked for. When you ask, believe, and act, you are creating a flow. You are stepping into partnership with the creative forces that shape reality. Asking sets your intention. Believing seals it with trust. Acting brings it to life. None of these can be skipped. Asking without belief is hollow. Believing without action is stagnant. Acting without clarity is directionless. They must work together, forming a threefold cord that cannot easily be broken. Sometimes after you ask, you will face tests. You will face moments that seem to contradict your prayer. You will wonder if the universe heard you at all. But those moments are not signs of failure. They are invitations to deeper faith. Will you still believe when the answer is not immediate? Will you still act when the road feels uncertain? The strength of your belief is revealed not when it is easy, but when it is challenged. Speaking to the universe is a bold act of creation. You are shaping your future with every word, every thought, and every step. Ask with a heart that knows what it longs for. Believe with a spirit that refuses to give. Act with the confidence of someone who knows that invisible hands are working behind the scenes. Your destiny is not waiting in the distance. It is unfolding with every moment you choose to align yourself with your highest calling. Keep asking, keep believing, keep acting. The universe is already responding. There is a deep and unbreakable bond between living with purpose and living in gratitude. These two forces are like wings that lift the soul into a place where the universe responds in ways that words can barely describe. When you live with a clear sense of purpose, your life carries a weight, a meaning, a direction that goes beyond momentary pleasure or shallow achievement. Purpose anchors you when the storms come. Purpose reminds you why you started when the road feels long. It gives shape to your days and power to your prayers. But purpose without gratitude can turn rigid and heavy. Purpose needs gratitude to stay alive, to stay joyful, to stay connected to the very force that breathes life into it. To stay aligned with the universe, you must know that your purpose is not just about ambition. It is about connection. It is about understanding that you are here for a reason larger than your own comfort or success. Purpose calls you upward and outward. It compels you to give, to love, to dream in ways that serve not only yourself but others. When you move through life with purpose, your actions carry intention. You stop chasing every shiny distraction and start walking a straight path even when it is hard. You say no to what is good so you can say yes to what is best. Purpose orders your steps. It sharpens your focus. It fuels your endurance. But even as you walk with purpose, you must carry gratitude like a flame that never goes out. Gratitude is not reserved for the moments when everything looks perfect. True gratitude is a choice, a way of living, even when the results you hope for have not yet come to pass. And gratitude says, I am thankful now, not later. Gratitude says, I recognize the blessings in the small beginnings. Gratitude is not blind to pain or delay, but it refuses to let them steal the joy of the present moment. When you are thankful even before the breakthrough, you show the universe that your trust is real. Anyone can be thankful after the door opens, after the dream comes true, after the prayers are answered. But those who choose to live in gratitude before they see the answer are the ones who walk in a deeper kind of power. Their gratitude is not conditional. Their faith is not shallow. They are rooted. They are grounded. They are already celebrating what is on the way because they believe that unseen forces are moving on their behalf. Living with gratitude before results arrive is a declaration of trust. It says, I do not need to see the finish line to know that the race is worth running. It says, I trust that what is meant for me is already being prepared. Gratitude shifts your energy. It lifts you out of the low vibrations of fear, doubt, and resentment. It tunes your spirit to the frequency of abundance, favor, and blessing. Gratitude makes room for more. A heart full of thanks is a magnet for miracles. Purpose without gratitude can become prideful. It can make you think that your strength alone is the reason you move forward. But gratitude humbles you. It reminds you that you are part of something bigger, that every opportunity, every breath, every new morning is a gift. Gratitude keeps your heart soft and your spirit open. It guards you against bitterness when the journey takes longer than you expected. It keeps you from giving up when the harvest seems slow. To stay aligned with purpose and gratitude is to live in constant relationship with the universe. You are not forcing your will onto life. You are partnering with it. You are moving in rhythm with the seasons of growth and waiting, planting and reaping, learning and becoming. You are not asking, why is this happening to me? But instead, what is this teaching me? You are not waiting for a reason to be thankful. You are creating one with every breath you take. The people who live in alignment with purpose and gratitude are not easily shaken. They are steady even when the winds of uncertainty blow. They are joyful even when their dreams are still unfolding. They are courageous because their courage does not depend on immediate results. They know that every step, every struggle, every small victory is part of a larger, beautiful story being written through their lives. You must understand that when you live with purpose and gratitude, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready for more. You are showing that you can be trusted with blessings because you honor what you already have. You are demonstrating that your faith is not fragile, but when you walk each day with the fire of purpose and the light of gratitude, you align yourself with the flow of abundance, creativity, and divine timing. The results will come, but they are not the source of your joy. Your joy comes from knowing you are walking the path you were created for. Your peace comes from knowing that every day you live with purpose and gratitude is a day well spent, a day that sends ripples of blessing into the universe and back into your own life. And in that sacred space, miracles are not just possible, they are inevitable.